When choosing a real estate broker, I think it's important to know exactly who you're dealing with. That's the reason for this video. Is I'd like to introduce myself to people, both on a professional and a personal level. I'd like to let people know who I am and where I come from. So growing up, I grew up in the country on a hobby farm, had an amazing childhood. I started working when I was about the age of 12. That's when I was cutting grass and shoveling driveways for some extra money. And when I started in high school, that's when I finally beat my battle with shyness and gained a lot of my confidence. I was 15 years old when I started working at Park Safari. I actually met with the department heads and the owners of Park Safari and asked them if I can work 7 days a week and as a salaried employee during the summer, and they accepted. That's where I worked as a mascot for many years. After high school, I went to Champlain College in St. Lambert. So I was in college for a year and a half before I dropped out. And the reason for that is because I had 2 jobs to pay for both my tuition and my rent at the same time. And after a year and a half, I just decided that I wanted to go and work full time. I worked at a pet store, an amazing pet store, for many years, where I was also a department head. So I am passionate for animals. I've always been. And after about 4 years working there, I decided I wanted a little bit more out of my out of life. I wanted a career. So I applied and got a job at Bell Canada. I stayed at Bell Canada for 8.5 years. This is where I got most of my experience in customer service. And while I was there, Bell Canada always also offered a service to the employees to go back to school. So I went back to university at that point to get a certificate in marketing. That's with the University of Montreal. I went to the HSC. Once I obtained my certificate in marketing from the University of Montreal, then I left Bell and went to work at Yellow Pages, where I worked for a year and a half. I had plenty of success both at Bell and at Yellow Pages. And while I was at Yellow Pages, I went back to school at night again to the Collège Immobilier to become a real estate broker. So what had happened is I had a career. I was making a nice living, but I wasn't going to bed at night with a sense of satisfaction. When I was selling services at Bell Canada, when I was selling advertisement for Yellow Pages, I never felt like I was really making a difference for people, and I always liked helping people. So that's why I got into real estate. Now as a real estate broker, I'm helping people make the most important decisions and the most important investments of their lives. I lost my parents. I lost my dad when I was 24 years old to cancer. And my mother again when I was 33 years old, when I was just starting out in real estate. I lost my parents both to cancer. I've been through both estates. I was a liquidator for both of the cases. So that's just an extra little part of me when I'm working with people that are going through an estate sale, trying to organize everything with the estates, with the deeds of transmission and stuff like that. It's something I've been through on a personal level, so I can definitely help out with that, having some personal experience with that myself. My message to my clients is basically to spend time doing what you like to do. Spend your time properly, whether that be spending time with family and friends, improving yourself, or just trying to change the world. Do what makes you happy. In my case, I've always liked helping people. So that's why I became a real estate broker. People often ask me, why would we choose your services over somebody else's? Well, it's really simple. I can tell you tales about how I can sell your home for more money or in less time, or I'm the best real estate broker out there. Those things being true, basically, the reason you hire me as a real estate broker is because I answer the phone. And that's how simple it is. My success in this business is a product of knowledge, service, and my availability. You'll know without a doubt that when you call me, I will either answer the phone or I'm going to return your call immediately. When the time comes for visits, I'll be there. I'm not going to ask you to open the door, very rarely ask you to open the door for me. I think you're hiring me for a reason. I've built my life and my career out of trust and respect. Given the importance of what I do, I've always put my clients' interests before my own. I think people are human and they like being treated as such. I've always been a hard worker and I don't leave much room for chance. I've made a change to my career recently. I'm focusing my services more on the South Shore of Montreal, which is why I'm making this video and why I'm asking for people's help. In the end, I'm offering you my time. If you hire another real estate broker, you're asking for his or her time. One thing I can guarantee, however, is with me, you know you're getting your money's worth.